Hey, what's up, guys? It's Carter. It's was it Sunday morning, and I just got to or I got my office a couple hours ago. It's empty. Like you can see this, and if you guys, I don't think I've ever really shown you guys where I work every day. It's a dope incubator in San Francisco. Startups all over the place. Some more and more apps. A lot in tech. A lot of like drone companies. It's pretty cool. But I like coming here on the weekends because it's always so quiet. No one's here, and it's really cool. I think there's maybe one or two people here. It's just huge, huge space. And I wanted to talk about something real quick because I mentioned this in the Blue Cloud Select video, but I'm not sure how much I actually really went into depth because it's not about directly about apps, and I want to make sure that that's all about apps for those guys. But I wanted to be able to share this with you guys because it's been huge for me recently. Now, I know for myself when I was just getting started out, and I would see guys who were big in the industry or big marketers or had something going on, and I would look at them and be like, oh man, they got it all figured out. Like everything's great, like rock and roll. Um, but the truth of the matter is, like, we're all going through the same stuff. It might just be on a different scale, but we all run into different problems in our businesses. And something I've run into a lot of is just burning out. And I know that this has happened with a lot of different people in the industry, in business, especially when you're trying to go so fast. And oh, hold on. And um, it hits me. It does. And recently, it was one of those things where I was just like, man, this is just it's wearing on me. And I found a few things that have really, really helped that, and they've really helped my productivity, and they've really just helped my overall balance. And I wanted to share that with you. And that's a lot of why I'm here. I'm not saying you got to go into an office on Saturday or Sunday. You should definitely do what's right for you. But the first thing I've realized is that I looked at my schedule, right, and I was realizing that I would wake up and I would go make a cup of coffee or a pot of coffee, and I would drink like two or three cups, and I would sit down and I would get myself so fired up um, to take on projects that I wasn't that pumped about, right? So I would work on things that I was like, all right, I gotta do this, I gotta write this, I gotta build this, I gotta make these phone calls, bam, 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 and I needed to get into a state that wasn't me so that I could just like control it and dominate it and like win. And that's that's not a long-term winning strategy, and it's certainly not the most fun thing in the world to do. And that's what I realized was really hurting me. It wasn't adding anything. The work I was producing wasn't as good as I wanted it to be, and it wasn't fun. Like it was just like draining. It was exhausting. And so what I've done, and this isn't like an immediate overnight thing, but what I've done is I've taken the excitement and that energy and that focus, and instead of getting like all revved up to go take on things that I don't really want to do, I drink a cup of coffee or whatever, and I'll spend time doing things I really want to do, even if they have nothing to do with apps. Like it can be things just like writing, stretching. I love to swim. I go swimming a lot. And I've also found that just working on projects, one of the reasons I'm here is because like I just made a GoPro video. Like I went to the pool and I videotaped my like all this underwater footage that I've just for because I like it. I like doing that stuff. And I'm trying to make some music. I'm trying to learn how to make electronic music because I just love creating stuff that isn't necessarily about like, all right, I gotta make it with a plan and to sell it and to do all this, or even like there's no expectation. I can just make it and it is what it is. And I found that when I do that, like my overall energy levels have gone up like tenfold, right? And so I'll do this for a couple hours. I'll go and have lunch or whatever, and then I'll come back and spend 3 hours, and all those things that seemingly looked like mountains before are just like boom, 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 boom. You can just get them done, and it's just so much easier. And it's you're happier, and everything about you is just glowing. That energy is a place to go. And so I just want to share that because I think that it's a really interesting way to uh, make a little bit of a paradigm shift in your life. And we join this industry, for apps or internet or digital marketing, and we all have our own reasons, and some of it is different than others. And as you grow, you're going to get to a point where you have to say, is this what I really, am I really still fired up about this? And it's okay if you're not, because that's business, like that's life. You can't always love what you like everything you're doing, But you do need to make time to do things that you do like. And if you think that you don't have things that you really like to do, trust me, you do. You just haven't been looking for them enough. I know that's exactly what happened to me. I convinced myself, well, this is what I love to do, and this is just how it is. And then when I stepped back, I was like, man, maybe it isn't really what I should be doing 24/7. Maybe I can give myself an hour a day to like step back and really enjoy it. And so I wanted to share that with you. I'm gonna make a few more videos with some other stuff that I've that's been really effective. But I hope this is something you guys can test out and really try. So have a great weekend, and I will talk to you soon. All right, see ya.